Hello, welcome to the 108th episode of the Karstcast movie. 109th.
Wait, which one is it?
It's the 109th.
It's the 109th.
You didn't think we'd make it this far.
Yeah.
We didn't think we'd make it this far.
Karsten didn't even think it was the 109th.
I didn't think we'd make it this far.
You didn't think we did make it this far.
No, yeah. I'm going to take out this because I can hear feedback in my own.
Yeah, and it's weird because we're in the same room.
Yeah. We are in the same room.
Yeah. Karsten, wait. Wait, is my hand going to reach?
Yep, we're holding hands.
Wait, it's in neither of our cameras.
It's in neither of our cameras. That's the thing. But we can. There it is. It's in mine. It's in mine.
There we go. Yeah, we are both vaccinated, and the CDC
immune
says that this is something we can do.
This is okay. We can. They specifically said the Karstcast can go back to in
It's
person.
one of the bullet items.
Yeah, he's like, God help us all. We need them back. What is the name of the number one, followed by 100 zeros?
A Google.
You know what? I accidentally clicked away from the answer, so I don't know what it is.
I feel like
I
feel like that's probably the answer, right?
Yeah. That's probably a Google because that's the
yeah.
What U.S. president was fatally shot in 1881?
1881. Oh, I really should have known this. Harrison?
Nope. Got the soundboard.
I actually did hear that.
You did? Yeah, that's how I knew I pressed the right one. It's James Garfield.
Garfield, like the cat.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
he was
the
shot
cat.
on a Monday. That's why he hates Mondays.
I just realized just now, it's like, we should just start a podcast called like the Trivia Cast, where we just riff off of trivia questions for like an hour.
Yeah.
Keep asking you, we keep asking each other questions, and there's a winner every episode, but it's not just answering questions like Jeopardy. It's like, we have something to say about every question.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So DM Karsten if you want
if you want the Trivia
Karstcast
Cast.
Trivia Cast.
The Trivcast. Yeah. I think it could be a hit, to be honest.
Yeah. This is, again, very weird for me that we're in the same room.
Yeah. I don't even have my hat on. My hat's right behind you in that bag that says the meat guys.
What? You want the hat?
The meat. Oh no, I don't need to put it on right now.
Yeah, your hair actually looks pretty good today.
Thanks.
So.
Yeah, I put in my curl gel.
Yeah.
So, this is crazy. We haven't been like this snappy and fast in so long because there's always been like a lag.
Yeah, the thing is that like one of us would say a joke and then the other person would laugh if it was funny, but it would be like slightly delayed, and then we would have a brief moment where we would be like, was that funny?
Right.
And then we would get that confirmation. Or if no, it wasn't funny, then it would still feel bad.
I mean, this podcast is good as is, don't get me wrong.
It's great,
but it's great in person. We kill it.
Yeah, if you see we're
not even in a park.
We're not in a park. This is the first time we've been inside in forever.
Yeah.
Like what? Over a year easily.
Over a year. Last time we did some guest episodes. We did the Elsie Fisher episode in person. Not with Elsie, but we were in person for that.
No,
were we?
I was in Lithuania.
Oh, that's definitely not the same room. Did I tell you about my Europe trip that I want to do? I've told you about it.
You have? I don't think on podcast. I don't think on podcast. I think off podcast.
Probably on a Patreon or something. I don't know. I'm starting in Iceland, going to Norway, Sweden, Finland, hitting the Baltics on a train.
Yes.
So going Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania,
now
Poland, into Denmark, flying out of Denmark, going home.
Now, that sounds like a great trip, except there's one issue that is very specific that I know about. It's a minor issue.
Yeah.
But there is no train
that goes through the Baltics.
Yes. There's no train that goes from Lithuania or from Latvia to Lithuania, like from the capital.
That's not that bad.
No, I took a bus.
I'll Flixbus.
Yeah.
But
100%.
Not an overnight because I'm not doing.
No,
overnight
it's not too long of a. It's just the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
you can't go from the capital of Latvia, which is Riga, to Vilnius, Lithuania by train.
You can.
You cannot.
Can't.
You can't.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's
not bad.
It's an anomaly. Why can't you? I don't know.
But from Lithuania, I can get to Poland, and from Poland, I can somehow get to Denmark.
Yeah, I took a lot of buses.
Yeah. We'll make it happen.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, well, Denmark, you have to go through Germany, right?
Yeah, we were thinking about doing a small flight from Poland to Denmark.
Nice.
And then spend like a few days in Denmark, Copenhagen, and then fly out. And that's a good day.
That's a trip right there.
Speaking of Denmark, we'll briefly touch on this. Big win for Denmark last night at the Academy Awards. They took home the Best International Award for another round. Yep.
I was just kind of
feeling riffing on that.
Yeah, because I was driving during the Oscars to get to Chicago, and I do not know any of the results.
Yeah.
I don't know who won anything.
Yeah, so Nomadland had a big night. It took home Best Director and Best Picture.
Really?
Yeah, took home the big one. Here's what happened, Jeff. You don't know anything about what happened last night.
I don't.
It was a weird Oscars because they announced Best Picture not at the end of the night. They, out of nowhere, decided to do it, and then they ended the night with Best Actress and Best Actor. And Best Actor... everyone thought they'd give it to Chadwick. They're like, they're probably going to end it on that because it'd be a nice like tribute to the late Chadwick Boseman.
But based on the way you're saying this, I don't think they did that.
Chadwick Boseman didn't win the award. Yeah. Instead, it was Anthony Hopkins, who was not in attendance. So it ended with Joaquin Phoenix saying, "The award goes to Anthony Hopkins for The Father," and he's not here tonight. Thanks for watching. This has been the Oscars. And everyone was like, What? It was the weirdest way they could have. We're like, why would you end the night on an award where the winner is not there?
That's the weirdest.
It was really weird.
Did they
They're like, at least it could have been, it made sense for a brief moment before they announced the award. Everyone was like, if it's Chadwick Boseman, that's like a sweet tribute, like to end the award with like recognizing his work. But they didn't even give him the award.
That's insane. Like, did the people scheduling think that Chadwick Boseman was going to win, and they no one told them?
That's the thing. I don't know what the thought process. I'm like, why would you not end it with Best Picture? It was just very. Also, they did Best Picture right after the In Memoriam. It was really awkward. It was a weird. And then my Wi-Fi cut out like halfway through, but it's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you did the stream.
Yeah. Did the stream.
Would you say it was successful?
It was okay. It was just like a lot of technical issues with lag and Wi-Fi, but besides that, it was fun. It was fun. My Octopus Teacher won too for Best Documentary, so I was right with that. That is the one thing. My predictions. I filled out a ballot. I think I got 20 out of like. No, that's a stretch. I think I got 19 out of 23.
So I'm guessing Anthony Hopkins was not one of the ones you got right.
No. Anthony Hopkins was personally my pick because I liked him a lot in the movie, but I was predicting Chadwick Boseman.
As was probably everyone.
Everybody thought it was
especially once they saved it till the end.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine the betting like Vegas odds you could have got in that moment.
Yeah. That would. I honestly regret not betting some money on the awards because I actually did get a lot of I got all the shorts. I didn't watch any of the shorts. Also, the Trial of the Chicago 7 didn't win anything. And we spent the whole podcast talking about basically how it was an Oscar bait.
Yeah, which honestly, I kind of agree with that. Even though I've only seen like
didn't deserve
a third of
most of the awards. Yeah,
films.
Yeah.
Did Sound of Metal win anything?
It won Best Sound. So it did take home that award.
So based on that, I think make a film with like sound? The category you want to win in the name.
Yep.
Like, what if you make a film called Best Actor?
Yeah. The actor. Yeah. Is that I feel like that. Oh, the artist.
There's the artist. Yeah. Which artist did win
Best Picture.
Best Picture. See, just make something with like a profession that's kind of artistic.
Name one.
Shoo-in.
Makeup and hairstyling the movie.
Wait. Did like what is there? Has to be one. I'm blanking right now. I'm drawing a complete blank.
Okay.
But there's like a musical that's not. Cause I'm thinking Footloose, but it's not Footloose. It's one that's like more
Hairspray. Yeah.
That was a movie.
Yep. That was.
Did that win something? Did that win Best Hair and Makeup?
It had to win Best Hair and Makeup that year. But let me just.
See, that just researching this. That proves the rule.
Wait, Hairspray awards in all caps. It got It doesn't look like it got a single Oscar, actually.
It
didn't get any Oscars. What did it? These are the 2008 awards, I'm assuming. Wait, 2008, best hair and makeup.
I love how you left the caps lock on.
Yeah, I didn't know it was still on. Oh, they do not make it easy to find this information. Academy Award for best hairstyling and makeup. 2010s, 2000s. It wasn't even nominated.
Wow. What a slap in the face.
They gave it to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button that year, up against The Dark Knight and Hellboy 2.
What, just because they made Brad Pitt look like a tiny old guy?
Yeah. It didn't even get nominated.
Wasn't that CGI?
Yeah.
Wasn't even really hair and makeup.
Yeah, I don't know. And The Dark Knight got snubbed when they put all that makip on the Joker.
Yeah, that was a lot of. That should have won most makeup.
That should have won most funniest makeup because he was a clown.
What if, like, every year a movie with a clown in it won best hair and makeup? So every movie to try
Joker.
To every movie was always having a scene with a clown in it to try to win best hair and makeup.
I saw a clown the other day on the streets of Chicago.
Really?
Selling balloons, yeah. There's nothing more to say about this, but I saw a clown. He was in the middle of the street, yeah.
I'm lit like a clown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we never addressed the situation. We might as well.
Why am I lit like this?
I have my mobile. So, first of all, we got a lot of wires.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Soundboard
wires.
is back, and the best part is there is Jeff. I'm trying to. There we go.
That's me.
Yeah, with his.
And then we have there's a Coke coffee. So I want to explain why I have another Coke here.
Yeah.
I'm staying at a hotel just because with COVID I don't want to really ask anyone to stay with them.
Right.
This hotel charges a mandatory facilities fee that includes, among other things, a free mini bar that they stock with like 2 beers, 2 waters, and 2 sodas.
Right.
But you can only get more of it upon request. But you can do it once a day. So in order to really maximize this, I took all of the drinks out of the mini bar so I could ask them to refresh it. So this Coke is from that.
Yeah, and Jeff got me this Fiji too because of that. So thanks, Jeff. Fiji is like one of the best. Like it I think it deserves the price and the hype behind it. I think it genuinely tastes better than other bottled waters.
It does,
in my opinion.
There's
something about it that works.
Yeah. Bottled water in Crete, in Greece.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
It's amazing.
It just sounds like it'd be good.
I've said this before because it's just that good.
Wow. Heavy advocate.
Yeah.
And you're a beverage expert. You always come prepared with the beverages.
Yeah. Too many beverages.
Yeah.
So I guess we should get into like what we did in the last week.
Yeah.
Because this is a long intro.
This is a long intro.
And then we'll get into everyone's favorite movie.
Soccer movie. Goal.
Yeah. Goal.
Goal.
I do not think won any Oscar.
You never know
Oscars.
It was a technically it's a international film. It was made in the UK.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different languages spoken in the film. But
yeah.
I
mean at least 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, last week I was in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Setting
up another podcast.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's like if you watch our podcast, clearly we just aren't in a place right now to film it in a high quality since we're like doing it over Zoom.
Yep.
And then editing with like those large files would kind of take a lot of time. So clearly they did not watch our podcast as evidence of my ability to.
We got to get this guy to set up. He's the best in the business.
Yeah. So I was paid to set up like the visual component of a podcast. So I did like 2 cameras and lights and stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to Austin, Texas, set it up in a room.
That's awesome.
And they
did the job. And the episode you're on is behind a paywall.
It's behind a paywall, yeah.
But you showed me a clip. I got an exclusive sneak peek, and it's pretty funny.
Now, for you Karst heads, I think my brother is going to give me like a cut together thing, and I might just chuck that on my YouTube.
Oh, shit.
Not
a bad idea at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah,
exciting. Do you like Texas? Was it
Austin? I like Austin.
Yeah.
A lot of really good barbecue.
Everyone says Austin's like the best part of Texas for sure.
Yeah, the barbecue's great. There's a lot of like really interesting. It's similar to Chicago in the types of like, hipster-ish coffee shops and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely a similar crowd as like Logan Square.
Okay.
It's pretty much Austin is like the Logan Square of Texas.
Okay. That's the general vibe I get. That's where they have like South by Southwest and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much
it's the hip city.
Yeah.
I heard Dallas sucks ass. Well, that's aggressive.
Dude, there's probably like one person listening from Dallas who's like, what?
They probably agree. Everyone I know from Dallas is like, yeah, it's a shithole. But
you're really piling on Dallas.
I had one layover there and was like, fuck this city.
You're like, yeah, Dallas. Like even someone who lives there, I'm sure they would
agree
they don't, that it sucks.
I'm being honest. I don't know a lot of people that like it. The one person. Well, I won't get into this. Yeah. There's some bad people in Dallas. Yeah. My week though has been less eventful than yours. I feel like, besides the Academy Awards, that was my big thing. I went briefly viral. My virality, is that the right term?
I think that I don't.
It makes sense.
I think it might make sense, but I think that it also means something else.
All right.
That like is kind of weird.
My viralness, my Viagra, is worn off on TikTok.
Yeah.
I just haven't made any more.
Yeah. How many views did you get
on TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, I did 3 videos, each of which hit over 100,000. So at least it's consistent. If I kept making them, they probably do well.
Yeah.
The one hit over 300,000. So that was the big one. By my standards. And yeah.
Here's the thing. And I've said this for years. Mm-hmm. People love Karsten Rundquist. It's the brand, the man.
Something about it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just something about Karsten, which would be a great title for your documentary.
Something about Karsten?
Yeah, there's just something about
Karsten.
I'll
be my memoir. Yeah.
Or Along Came Karsten.
Along Came Karsten. I was trying to think
50 First Dates with Karsten.
50 First Dates.
I was doing like early 2000s rom-com.
Who ate titles. Karsten Rundquist? Wait.
Punch Karsten.
Boogie Karsten. That didn't make any sense. Karsten Rundquist, like Steve Jobs, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's most of what I thought there was more to talk about. The Oscars, we already talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just get into goal then.
It sounded so sad.
I guess the dream
begins
here.
I cannot wait for
the synopses.
Yeah.
Okay. Goal. The dream begins. We're just gonna call it Goal because that's what it says here.
Yeah.
Just Goal. It is a 2005 sport and romance film.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was gonna talk about.
Also,
isn't that insane that it's listed as sport/romance.
It's also listed here as 2 hours and 33 minutes,
which is
not true. It's like
not true at
2
all.
hours long.
Yeah.
It's directed by Danny Cannon,
which is a cool name.
Crazy name.
Sounds like a cartoon.
Yep. And the synopsis reads. Santiago Muñez, a Mexican cook in Los Angeles, gets a chance to follow his dream of playing professional soccer.
He's also not a cook.
He's not a cook.
Clearly stated in the film that he is a busboy.
Yeah, he's a busboy. A talent scout with contacts in the United Kingdom spots him and offers a once-in-a-lifetime chance. If he can find a way to England, he can try out for the Newcastle United team. Gavin Harris, a star player, takes young Santiago under his wing and helps him prove himself to his disbelieving father.
That's a pretty bad synopsis.
Yeah, it's not. It's messy. There's too much
there's too much info.
Yeah, it should just be Santiago, a Mexican busboy in Los Angeles, chases his dreams as a soccer player.
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
the Gavin stuff that happens that's over halfway through the film.
Definitely unnecessary to bring up. We will talk about The Father. I think not the movie The Father, but The Father in this movie.
Which after hearing you say that, I bet most people are disappointed that
they're
you're not
like,
about the movie The Father. They're like,
you mean the Academy Award winning? No, we're talking about Goal.
We're talking about The Father in Goal. The dream begins.
Let's just wait. Let's just read this one critic.
Why'd you let me pick this on the the day
it's
after
the
Oscars?
No, we're talking about. I couldn't find a way out.
I didn't see when I picked this. I didn't realize that it was literally the episode the day after the Oscars.
We've been leading up Oscar nominees for like weeks now.
Yeah.
And as soon as the Oscars are over, we're like back to business.
Yep. This is our reward for watching one of the films that won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Well, the film that won Best Picture was one of the films we watched.
Yeah. Let's just read the first review for Goal. It's a 5-star review from Wayne Shields.
We should always read reviews.
We
on
should.
Google.
We should be reading like the Letterboxd reviews.
Yes.
This person, Wayne Shields, has to say, superb. Best soccer film I've ever seen. The interaction between the actor players and the real life footage is pretty seamless. Loved the soundtrack too. Encapsulates the feel of English football perfectly. The big game against Liverpool at the end is quite nail biting. Those Geordies in Newcastle sure have the passion.
Now, would you agree with, what's his name?
Wayne Shields.
Wayne Shields. Would you agree with our buddy Wayne? Was this
to
the best soccer movie you've ever seen?
Well, we have to take into account Air Bud when he plays the soccer in one movie. I know he usually does basketball, but I'm pretty sure he plays soccer at one point.
He doesn't usually do basketball. There's one movie that's basketball. You're acting like he's a real dog. That's primarily.
I know in real life he's a basketball player, but he does have a movie where he plays soccer.
Yeah, Golden Pup, I think. World Pup.
World Pup. Yeah.
It's Golden Receiver with the football
one. Yeah. Well, I agree with Wayne to a certain extent. I haven't seen a lot of soccer movies. Have you seen a lot of soccer movies?
So I've seen the original Fever Pitch.
Okay.
Because they did a remake with Jimmy Fallon.
Oh God.
As someone who about baseball, but there was an English one that was about soccer. That one was decent.
Okay.
But this I think was better. Now I've also seen Goal 2.
You've seen Goal 2. Is that better or worse than this?
It's way worse.
Okay.
It's still watchable. It's mediocre. This one I think is like on the precipice of kind of good.
Yeah. This is not a bad movie.
It's so watchable.
It's very entertaining. I'll say that. Like it does hold your attention. It could be 2 hours and 30, and I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they pack a lot into it.
I will say it is about as like generic as it gets.
Yes,
it is. I will say a sports movie.
It is the same feeling watching this as Dolphin Tale, where you are being emotionally manipulated and you're just letting it happen.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? I'm going to go along with this.
It honestly reminds me a lot of, I'm realizing like sports movies are the exact same as like band biopic movies where they're underground and then someone comes up and is like, listen, I'm going to make you a star. And then they have some uphill battles there, but they eventually make it out. Like this is the exact same as Bohemian Rhapsody from my experience. Yeah. But it's not a bad thing, even though I don't like Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just like, I'm saying like it's a very entertaining movie.
Was this edited better than Bohemian Rhapsody?
Totally. I liked the, way better than that. This was entertaining.
Yeah.
Kept things moving.
One thing that was very funny, which our buddy Wayne mentioned in his review, was for the on-field like first team sequences, they intercut actual footage from a match. Yeah. And then it would just cut to like a similar shot with the actor in it. Right. But the thing is that
it made it work.
It worked if you don't know the players who are supposed to be on the field, because then you realize I'm like, wait a second. That's not Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
That's just some random guy who kind of looks like.
Well, this was like, I did some research. This was like a real, like they partnered with FIFA to make this. Yeah. And it was apparently like the biggest brand deal in movies at the time. It says the $50 million deal that was struck between the producers and Adidas as well was at the time the biggest ever between a corporate brand and a film production.
That's interesting.
That
is a good fun fact.
$15 million deal. Yeah.
That is a excellent fact.
Hey, this is what you get at the Karstcast. The Fact Cast.
The dream begins.
The dream begins.
I wish more films had that as like a kind of subtitle.
Yeah. More films should have exclamation points too. This just straight up, it's like goal. Like you have to scream it when you say it.
Yeah. Also, do you think that we're mispronouncing it by saying goal? Do you think it's
goal?
Mean?
It's goal.
No, that's too many L's.
Yeah, it's just goal.
Which also is not how people yell goal.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Extra L's.
Yeah, I was gonna if they wanted to make it like soccer.
Yeah.
I will say they do say goal a lot in this movie.
Yeah. Well, Santiago's very good.
Yeah, Santiago makes a lot of goals.
Yeah. He actually, the way he plays is terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say
no one plays like that. first of all, the guy is clearly not like a soccer player, the way he moves. Mm-hmm. Which is funny. In the beginning, they're like, yeah, his balance is all wrong. And it's like, yeah, because he's bad.
He's bad, yeah. I liked him as an actor, though. No, he overacted a lot.
Okay, he totally overacted for like some parts of it, but he's very charismatic.
He is charismatic. That's what I'm saying. Like,
they picked the right guy for this movie.
I feel like a lot of athletes have like such a straightforward one single tone to them.
And as you could see from watching this, Kuno Becker is no athlete.
Yeah. Can we talk? Well, let's talk about the dad, because I thought the dad was really goofy.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't take him seriously.
Talking about overacting.
Yeah. He has a lot of really funny, like, turning his head like this, and did not know where his character was going. I'm like, why is the dad really going to be a big part of this? And I guess he kind of was.
Yeah.
It's like the backbone of the movie. But that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. This movie, it's like, you knew everything that was coming.
I will...
To a certain extent.
Yeah,
I didn't...
To an extent? Okay. Because we're getting spoilers. This movie's old. And
didn't know he was going to die. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. That was a very bold choice.
Yeah.
Because the easy choice is, at the end, he's just there and watches him play and cheers him on as he's living.
Yeah.
It was a very kind of weird choice.
It was weird. I don't know what you get from that, to be honest.
Yeah, then they get like this whole retrospect where the people at the bar are like, yeah, his dad watched him play.
Yeah.
But it's a weird choice, like, because you would be like, okay, he's trying to make his dad proud of him.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, no, his dad's dead.
Well, it's weird because his dad was like secretly proud.
Yeah, his dad was secretly proud.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, what's the message here? But, like, keep going even if you don't know.
I guess. But the other thing was his dad was sabotaging him and stole all his money, so he couldn't get it.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't like the dad.
Yeah, his dad was awful. His dad stole his money.
I liked the grandma.
Yeah, everyone likes the grandma.
Everyone likes the father.
Yeah.
Movie from
but no one likes the father in Gold. The Dream Begins.
Yeah.
Yeah. The father, Oscar-winning movie. Yeah. The father in Gold, The Dream Begins. He's dead.
I will say this follows. There's been like these memes on Twitter, and there's like more. I feel like where people are like, anytime Hollywood makes a movie that takes place in Mexico, the color grade is just like orange beyond. Like it's just. And this is, I think.
Oh, this is like the worst
example of that.
And also, anytime at night, they just like blasted blue. They're
blue.
Like, yeah, this is Moonlight. Believe it. Trust us.
That's the other thing. It's like, not only is that the case with like Mexico, but anytime they're in the United Kingdom, it's blue as hell.
Oh yeah,
and it's just rainy, and that
also
is the case
green,
with this
for some reason.
Green and blue, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
I watched this movie first, I think, when I was 16, maybe.
Yeah.
And I was like very into soccer. And also my favorite band was Oasis.
Yeah, we were gonna get into that. Oasis is in this like 3 times.
Yeah, and the weirdest part is that the first time it's in it is it's like a very weird track they use. It's one where Noel Gallagher is singing when on the track that's on the album, it's Liam Gallagher. Yeah. So they use this like special mix for this film.
It's like you can only get this at Goal.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're using the most exclusive Oasis track. They're not like, we're not using Wonderwall.
Yeah.
We're using like the deep cuts.
Yeah. It's very, as soon as I heard Oasis, I was like, okay, Jeff picked the movie this week. You watched this a lot as a kid. Not as a kid. You were not a kid by the time 2005.
Yeah, so I was, I mean, I guess I was 14 then. I don't know if I saw it right when it came out. It might have been like a year later.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I was in between 14 and 16.
Wow. I was a tot when this came out.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing about it, but I never went to go see it. I don't think my mom was like...
Well, I guess for you, the dream didn't begin.
The dream didn't begin, no. We were 1 year into Bush. Had nothing to do with it. Yeah. It's funny, when I looked up soccer movies, this didn't even show up. This isn't even... In fact, I think the first movie is Draft Day, which is a football movie, from what I know.
Yeah, that's the one with
not a very
old what's-his-face.
Old, I don't know. I don't know anybody involved in football. I'm trying to see how long I can go until I see it. They have The Blind Side before they have Goal.
Carson?
Yep.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
I have to pee so badly.
Uh-oh. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to go. You can cut this.
No, I'll probably just talk about the Oscars. So Jeff the bathroom is out there, and then second door to your right. Not that one. All right, Jeff is going to the bathroom. This is the price you pay when you drink and test out all these beverages for people. He takes one for the team when he does this. But I guess we'll talk about the Oscars while Jeff is gone. Because what's the use? He didn't watch the Oscars, and that's okay. But weird ceremony. And I'm not entirely upset at a lot of the wins. It's like a lot of people were upset. I agree that it was weird to put the Best Actor thing at the end there. But I am glad that Anthony Hopkins won because I think he delivered one of the greatest performances of his career. Definitely, probably my favorite performance of the year. I thought he was phenomenal. I am also glad Frances McDormand won. That was kind of a shocker because she already had an Oscar. I think she won for 3 Billboards, and I'm just like, I really expected them to give it to Carey Mulligan, but glad Frances McDormand won Best Actress. I really wasn't upset at a lot besides Mank winning Best Cinematography, which isn't the end of the world. I think Mank is shot well, but Nomadland deserved that a little bit more. And Jeff's back.
I bumped the lamp.
Oh. I was just recapping the Oscars.
Yeah. So I'm gonna explain what happened there.
What happened?
So you know that bottle of Fiji water I gave you from the minibar story? I chugged one right before I left.
Okay.
And it hit me.
I was really scared of what you were going. Where you were going?
What did you think I was gonna say?
Well, you were like, that bottle of Fiji that I gave you, and I'm like, what did you do to this? Cool. That's reassuring.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If anything, I was proving it works.
Right. I don't know. I don't have a lot to say about Goal. I think I liked it. It was entertaining.
Yeah?
It bordered on parody with how generic it was.
Yeah,
it hit every beat, and I couldn't take any of the emotional stuff seriously, but I was entertained.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I think the most interesting part of it is that deal you were talking about.
Yeah.
Where so much of this was so officially branded.
Yeah.
So they did this like in, they had this whole cohesive thing with like FIFA and Newcastle United where they filmed it in, Newcastle Stadium and it was all official Newcastle. And I think that you don't see a lot of films that are this heavily branded.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like if a soccer team made a movie almost.
Yeah.
And that's the most interesting thing. You just don't see films made like this.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's kind of rare that you get a movie this, I don't know, like you said, heavily branded.
It's like if Coca-Cola made a movie in like a Coca-Cola bottling facility. And it was like all officially Coke branded and everything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, I'm not saying that's necessarily good. I'm just saying it's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you do have like the Lego movie.
There you go.
That's a different example though. Emoji movie, Ugly Dolls.
I don't think emoji is a brand.
No, you're right.
It's just a movie.
They're not selling emojis. They're not. But
because this movie, I'm sure, was responsible for a lot of Newcastle fans in America.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is unfortunate because immediately after this movie, like the following 10 years, they kept getting like relegated and then promoted, and they're very mediocre.
That's the thing. I was thinking that a lot of the time. I'm like, is this appealing to people that aren't fans of soccer already or like sports fans?
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those people. I don't catch up with soccer. I don't know anything that's going on in soccer. But I mean,
you liked it.
I liked it. Yeah.
Kuno Becker carried this movie.
Totally. Yeah. Did I ever tell you about my soccer career in middle school? I played soccer for a while. Like that's what I played in elementary school, and then I played it on the team in middle school, and I was okay, but we did lose every single game our season, and I think that's a rare thing to happen. Not a lot of teams lose every single game. And we lost.
Undefeated.
We're well, the opposite.
You're defeated.
We're defeated. We're 100% defeated. Yeah. And so I quit that year.
That's how defeated you were.
Yeah. I quit. So I quit in 8th grade, I want to say. The following year, they made it to state and won. So
wait,
I'm not gonna.
A lot of the players the same.
There were a lot of new players. I think that we had a few new kids that really brought us home.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm also like,
it was all the other players were the same.
Yeah, I was like, I was better off on the swim team, I guess. If that's what happened.
I want to say, but we established you were, and everyone listening to this podcast, I think, is aware. Karsten Rundquist can swim.
I can swim. Yeah,
excellent swimmer.
I made it to state.
Almost like a dolphin, some would say.
Dolphin tail. That's what they called me.
Yeah, they called you Dolphin Tail.
They called me Dolphin Tail.
It was because you wore a prosthetic dolphin tail on your feet.
And they were like he's got to be cheating, right? This can't be allowed.
and then it was like Air Bud. You're like, it's not in the rules.
It's not. Yeah.
I love how in Air Bud that is the argument. Like, there's no rule that says a dog can't play basketball. I'm like,
there's got to be.
Yeah, I think that there's probably just a broader rule.
I love how the next year they had to have written a rule. They're like, well, I guess we have to write this rule now.
Like, I didn't think we had to write this rule, but
bring it into like court or something. They're like,
and then Air Bud's on trial.
They're like
Air Bud's like the defendant.
He's got glasses on and a suit. It's not funny.
What would that one be called? Air Bud. Legal Beagle.
Wait. Fuck. I'm trying to think of a funny pun.
It's
Order
hard.
in the court. Guilty as barked.
That works.
That's okay.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, that's acceptable.
That's okay.
For such a short period of time to come up with it. Yeah. That's pretty good. I feel like paw is probably something.
Pause there. Oh, paw in order. Air Bud.
That's it.
Paw in order.
That's it. Yeah, because Legal Beagle did not make sense.
Legal
he's
Beagle.
not a beagle. Unless Air Bud's lawyer was a beagle.
Yeah. Legal Beagle. And they're not just good at sports. These dogs can do anything. Yeah.
I don't understand how he would really defend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you can't argue with that.
Like, there's no law that says a beagle can't be a lawyer. Then it goes to the Supreme Court.
Yeah. So what are you thinking for a score? A score or a goal? What are you thinking for a goal? Goal for begins.
I think I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I feel like I probably want to go like 3.
Yeah, I was thinking 3.5.
Yeah, that's where I was.
I was like 3.5 feels wrong.
I know, but
because there's nothing special about it. But I'm like,
but it's so entertaining.
I was entertained. Yeah,
it's so entertaining.
I'm gonna go 3.5.
I'm gonna go 3.5.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's what you get with the Karstcast. The exact same opinions.
Yeah, honestly, I would say we give the same rating
most of the time.
4 out of 5 times.
We've disagreed like less than 5 times, I think.
Yeah,
on something.
Yeah, I was dead on the border of 3.5. And the problem is that's because I was trying to judge it like, yeah, it's not like a masterpiece of art.
No, but it's like
it's just so
it's
entertaining.
a movie that works. Yeah, it does.
It was
what
never
it needs
trying to do that.
Yeah.
When I get home to Florida, I'm gonna watch Goal 2.
Yeah. And not Goal 3, because apparently Goal 3.
I'm never going to watch Goal 3.
Let's just do a fun thing that I want to see is on Letterboxd, you can sort through worst reviews. So I kind of just want to look up Goal and see what the worst
We should always do this.
I know.
Why have we never done this? You're literally one of the top, 3 Letterboxd
users?
users?
We might as well utilize Letterboxd more often. Every dream has a beginning. That's the tagline. Okay. I'm going to look up Goal, sort by lowest first. The lowest score is a 0.5 star from Rachel Young, and it's, can I give this 1 out of 10th of a star? How do I do that? 1 out of 10th of a star for the Chelsea appearance. So
weird. Yeah. I will say there was one part of this film that did not age well.
Okay.
It was Santiago doing some weird overtone things during his physical.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was weird. It was definitely a 2005 move.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
I would like to think if this happened today, Kuno Becker's character wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't.
The
dream would have ended there.
Yeah, the dream would have ended. It would have been Marissa would have just laughed and been like, yeah, this guy creepy,
this guy's weird. Yeah.
But
anyway, Goal. The dream
did begin, and it continued.
And it continued.
And the Goal 2, which we're going to be talking about next week. No, I'm just kidding.
Are we? Are we now? We almost did a double feature.
Yeah, and then I'm glad we didn't, though, because I didn't watch this until last night, and then I would have been awake very late. And also, I just couldn't have made you do that. That would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, it would have been a lot to ask. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But maybe one day we'll get to... If the fans want it, we'll be there.
That's my own goal.
Getting the questions here.
I love the behind-the-scenes look I'm getting now. I see you actually going to the subreddit.
Yep, you go to the subreddit, you go to question thread 4, sort by new to see what the latest questions are. And we should probably also go into the Patreon.
We should do that. See if there's any $15 patrons.
Well, this is a funny first one. It's from Tingeling, which I've been learning Swedish on Duolingo recently. And
I did know
Tindeling is newspaper. Huh. Tindeling. Yeah.
You're gonna when you do your trip, you're gonna bust out some Swedish.
I have a 20-day streak going right now. Like I'm an expert at Swedish.
Now the great thing about that is that like 90-something% of Swedish people speak English.
Yeah.
So if you're wrong, you can just be like, hey, how do you say this?
Yeah.
They can help.
It's a je t'allais honte.
You're doing a French accent.
I know. It's je t'allais. I can't do this. This one is, do you hug your male friends? I think this is kind of a silly question. I'm not gonna. I hug my male friends all the time.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I haven't hugged one in a while, but
we can
hug.
Yeah,
we hugged with our hands earlier.
Yeah,
we'll hug at the end of this episode.
Isn't that called like a handshake?
It's a handshake. I shake tons of my male friends' hands.
What if you just started calling them hand hugs?
I think I've done that before. A hand hug is this, where it's like you take the hands and they hug like that. No, that's.
I don't know.
I don't know if I've ever done that.
It sounds like something someone in a cult would say.
Oh yeah.
Like time to hand hug.
Hand hug time. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think this question was phrased to be a deeper question, and it's really not. I hug my.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
My male friends all the time. Everybody needs a hug from now and then. This next one comes from General Clankton. And it is, have you guys ever had to write dialogue? If so, how do you make it sound natural?
So I think long answer short, I don't. I'm just not that good at writing dialogue.
Yeah. Both short films that I've made that are on Letterboxd don't have a lot of dialogue in them. Long Toast has a gasp that I recorded myself.
Very natural.
Yeah, very natural. I actually dropped toast to get that authentic feel when I... I do have a short that has a lot of dialogue in it that I was going to send you. But
yeah. Oh, yeah, you didn't do that.
Yeah, I really want to get you to read it.
Yeah, I will absolutely read it.
I'm personally pretty excited about it, and I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it might be really stupid. Yeah. I don't know, how do you make it sound natural?
Yeah, I will say that I do a lot of stuff with improvisers, so a lot of times I just have them improvise.
Yeah.
And that at least, comes with dialogue that is in their distinct voices.
Yeah.
So I think that helps. It's not always natural because it's improv.
Right.
But at least, it helps get the independent voices. Because I think that's the issue I have the most is making characters sound like different people.
Yeah,
because you have to be in a different mindset.
Right.
So at least, improv does help with that. But I think for me, that's the most difficult part.
Yeah. I think also, like, when you're writing, just saying it out loud to yourself, I think that's worth doing. Because I've watched a lot of, like, student shorts where I'm like, did you even consider this before you shot it? Because, like, that's not how people talk.
Right. And a lot of times their dialogue is so pointed where they're trying to have too much exposition in what they're saying.
Yeah.
Where most conversations are very light that people have.
No one's like, we haven't talked since your mom died in 2005 in that car accident. It's like, no one says that.
What if I read your script later and that's one of the lines?
I'm just projecting, cool. This next one comes from Charlie was kidnapped. And it is, what was the worst day you had at school as a kid? So I'm going to let you take this one while I look up Patreon questions.
It's like, what's the worst day of your life? All right, this is all you, buddy.
This is all you. Yeah, actually, if you don't want to answer this,
the one that like immediately came to mind was in middle school.
Yeah.
I've actually mentioned this before. I have, because it clearly was traumatizing.
Yeah.
I had white shoes, and people would leave ketchup packets on the ground.
Oh,
do you remember?
God.
I think I talked about this.
Yeah.
So someone would then step on a ketchup packet, and it would shoot ketchup at someone.
That's
and
the
it got
worst.
all over my shoes.
Oh God, I hate that. I hate that prank. Someone tried to pull that prank on me a few times, but I was always like, I kept very close tack to my shoes and made sure it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But, yeah. My worst day was this one day in 8th grade where my best friend he was like he like started hanging out with the popular kids recently, and so he's kind of like abandoning me. Yeah. Not to say I wasn't popular, but I was kind of.
You're like, I was more popular than him.
Yeah, I was definitely made fun of a lot in 8th grade
for being too cool.
Being too cool, too good at swimming. Yeah, and so they he at recess there was like a break or something. He like took my brand new shoes off my feet. I don't know how they managed that. I think I fell or something, and then they stole my shoes and then started playing catch with my shoes, and they were my brand new shoes, and it really bummed me out. It hurt. And then later that day, my science teacher came up to me, and she was like, "You just failed your science test," which it was not new. I failed a lot of tests in 8th grade. And she was like, "Because of that, you can't swim in your meet tonight." And I was like, why do they have anything to do with each other? But they did. Apparently, there was some like athlete rule. You have to like do so well at school. So that was like the worst day of my life.
That actually sounds like... It sounds like something that would happen in a dream because it's just all like bad things.
There's like a lot of bad things that happened in one day, and I think I went home and cried because I was like, I should be at the meet tonight.
Yeah, you cried and hugged your male friends.
Yep, my male friends. My best male friend, my dad. He's my best friend in the
Christopher
world.
Allen.
Christopher. Yeah, Christopher Allen just got surgery. His name's not Christopher Allen, but wishing him luck. I don't have to wish him luck. It went well. It's okay.
Okay, great.
This next one is from the Patreon. I'm assuming this it's like 13 euros, so that turns into 15.
Yeah, that's $15.
Yeah. This one comes from Watchford Fairlane, and it is, what is the best 90s movie, and why is it Ford Fairlane Rock and Roll Detective? I've never seen that.
All right, we got to Google Ford Fairlane.
Yeah, I got to look this up. Yeah. This might be a future movie.
No. In terms of
you're gonna say
detective movies, aimed at children, what, Matilda? Mm-hmm. That's kind of one.
Yeah, Ford Fairlane. What was the full name? Rock and Roll Detective.
Yeah,
Rock and Roll Detective. This is a. Okay, I don't know why they rearranged their layout here. That looks crazy. Andrew Dice Clay. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Look, do you see? It said "badass" on the license plate. On
that
list.
It says, to the Los Angeles elite, Ford Fairlane is known as Mr. Rock and Roll Detective. This loudmouth ladies' man serves as a exclusive rock star clientele who depend on his keen eye and smug discretion. Discretion?
I'm guessing it's discretion.
Discretion.
I can't see from there, but discretion's not a word.
So that's not a word. So when a heavy metal musician dies mid-concert, Fairlane is on the case before the lights come up. But things turn shocking when radio personality Johnny Crunch hires Fairlane to find a missing groupie mere hours before he is electrocuted live on air.
So we had that question earlier about natural dialogue. I haven't seen this movie, but I'm going to guess that the dialogue doesn't feel natural.
No. That is a crazy synopsis. But yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
What is the best 90s? I mean, Ishtar came out in the 90s, right?
87.
It was like the 80s and 87. Never mind. Space Jam.
But Air Bud came out in the 90s.
Air Bud, yeah.
Space Jam came out in the 90s. I mean, that would have been like, for me personally.
That's your pick.
That was my movie.
Yeah, that was your movie. I don't know what my favorite 90s movie is.
What?
Do the Right Thing was the 90s. It might have been 80s.
Are we trying to think of like literally
good
the best
movies?
movie?
Yeah.
Because
there's a lot
Good
of
Will Hunting.
Good. Yeah.
That's a.
I'm just gonna look up my letterbox again.
Yeah, do that. We
go
need
to
some
films
because doing a whole decade is so difficult.
I actually have a list where I have the best of every year.
Oh.
My choosings, my choices.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Best of every year, starting at 1940.
Starting in 1940.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like some of these were the only movies that came out that year. But okay, you have Silence of the Lambs. Do the Right Thing was not 89, so that doesn't count. Lion's really good. Spirited Away, that's 2001. Okay, then my answer is probably Lion. I really like that movie. But Fargo is in there too.
Yeah,
as well as
it's the 90s.
Pulp Fiction and
such a ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's. You know what? Blind, I'm gonna agree with the person who asked the question.
Oh, Ford Fairlane,
yeah, it's
whatever.
Ford Fairlane.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I mean, we have to watch it at some point.
Yeah,
he gets electrocuted live on air.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Well, I think that does it for questions. That's a good amount today. We'll get into the wrap up.
Yeah.
What are we watching next week, Jeff?
I guess not Goal 2.
Not Goal 2. I don't think so.
What are you feeling?
I don't really know. We could watch Ford Fairlane if we want. I don't know if we're... I'm trying to think of what would be a fun documentary. Not documentary. I was just thinking of the documentaries that I haven't seen yet. The Mole Agent looks kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm down for absolutely whatever because I just made you watch Goal.
Okay. You know what? We'll keep this one to be determined, and we'll announce it on the Twitter. But we'll let you guys know for sure. And next, we want to read a review. I always forget to look up the review. Do you have anything else to say, Jeff, while I'm doing this right now? Usually I say that and it's followed with catch you on the flip side, but
no, now you're actually
we're not actually gonna.
So this is the first time I've been in your apartment.
Oh yeah, what do you think of my room? This is the first time you've been.
Your room? I'm a fan. I like the color.
Cool. Yeah.
I also just want to give some people some behind the scenes info at what he has here. He has some Tic Tacs over there.
Oh, yeah, those I don't use those.
Big Berry Adventure. That is the flavor. That is an insane flavor.
It's their ass. Do you want to try one right now? They're the worst Tic Tacs. You don't need to try one if you don't want to.
I want to say that orange is the only Tic Tac I like.
Orange is a great Tic Tac.
All right.
I've tried these with my roommates. We all thought they were going to be great. And they're in my room because I was the one that convinced everybody to get them.
Big Berry Adventure. It's an adventure.
We've had friends try them. We've had all my roommates try them. Not a single person likes them. So you'll be the... I'm excited to see this. Get that exclusive crunch only on the Karstcast. Yep, that's not a good face. That's not a good face.
They taste like medicine.
Yeah, they're medicine-y.
It's like a berry medicine flavor. It's not like a pleasant medicine.
Aftertaste isn't good either.
I meant pleasant berry, obviously. I didn't. It's a berry medicine flavor, not a pleasant medicine flavor. Yeah, these are terrible. I'm going to have one more. Because they're already in my hand. I can't put it back.
Yeah, you can't put it back. So, yeah. Those are
still bad.
Those. Well, here's a review.
It was an adventure, though.
This one comes from Haylier. I don't really know how to pronounce that. Comes from the USA, 5-star, subject line, best pod, best cast. And it is, I've been an avid listener of the pod for around 18 months, and it is, without a doubt, my favorite podcast. Carson and Jeff have a way of speaking and bantering that is so comforting and makes me feel like I'm talking to old friends. They've opened me up to so many films I would never have otherwise watched, but quickly became some of my favorites. I'm looking at you, Ishtar. Not sure how I would have gotten through quarantine without having these dudes in my ears on the daily. Jeff Head Gang, rise. All right.
That's a great review.
It's a great review. Thank you so much.
I'm glad
Appreciate
you like Ishtar.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Always looking for reviews. If you guys haven't left one yet.
Especially you Jeff Heads out there.
For you Jeff Heads out there, we want to hear what you have to say.
We want to hear those reviews. We want to hear, about how great Jeff is.
Yeah. Jeff, this is the first time you've been here while I'm reading the patrons. Do you want to give them a shot this time around?
Oh, my.
Do you
okay,
want to
I'm
read
going to swing around to your camera.
The reviews? Let me
God, there's a lamp here. I'm going to climb over.
Oh, yeah. Jeff has to
all right.
Get over here.
This is going to be... Oh, the first one.
First one's a really long one. Okay.
All right. I didn't even know what Patreon looked like.
Yeah. So
all right. You ready?
Read that and then
Here we go.
Thank you.
Ayo, Jeff, forget these dweebs. Listen to my Mary Lee Borslow rap. MLB to the 1, 2, 3. She's the realest G in the whole MC. Addison Ware, AJ Ford, Ben Chow, Blake Root, Boat, Boy, Brandon Yu, Brock Schultz, Camilla, Chuck the Duck, David Sir, Eden, Grant Gal, Harry Remedianakis, Haytham Khan, I Don't Live in Ohio, Iva Jaden Easton, Jacob Colness, Jane V, John Van Hout, Jordan Hill, Judy S, Justin Dickinson, Katie T, Kaylee Patney, Liv Rob, Love You Jeff, love you too, Molly Overbow, Manu Austin, Martin Deff, Martina, Mary Lee Borslow, hi mom, Micah Simmons, Monroe Page, Nora B, Parks, Riley Ost, Robert Burke, Skylar Ermel, Sophia Arieta, Stella Perry, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, Smitty Warpman, Jagger and Jensen, 10 Billion, The Monopoly Man, Tom Likes Beans, Vegard Strom, and Vera S. And second page.
Second page.
Wes Kinley, Xavier Forcier, and Yusuf A.
Yep. I could smell those berry TikToks from your Tic Tacs.
Yeah. Dude, they freshen my breath to smell like berry medicine.
Right. Well, thank you guys. Jeff's first time doing it. How'd it feel? How'd that go?
I just realized I'm not on any camera right now.
I was like, Jeff's just walking around the room now.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's a tougher job than it looks like.
Yeah. This will be the thumbnail.
Wait, like.
All right. Thank you guys. I never explained the Patreon. If you guys would like to become a patron and be one of those names, head on over to the patreon.com/Karstcast, where you can get exclusive access to bonus episodes, Q&A, shoutouts at the end of every episode, and a Zoom hangout that we're doing.
Zoom hangout?
In like 30 minutes.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're not going to get this Zoom hangout because this episode won't be out yet.
This is going to be out
today,
actually.
The next Zoom hangout for the month of May.
All right. I think that's everything.
I think that's it, too.
Yeah, Jeff is just riding the lamp like a horse.
We will... And you have anything else?
I don't have anything else to say.
Then we will catch you on the flip side.